name is Abiodun Omotola. If you are a new subscriber here, welcome, and if you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. So today video, I want to share with you how you can score over 80% in the Nigeria Customs Service computer-based test. This video comes as a result of people asking, how would I pass Nigeria Customs Service test? What are the things that they do ask? What are the areas of their concentration? So in this video, I will be showing you and I will share with you things you can know and you can get to score higher in their test. And you know that the higher your mark, the higher your chances of being called for screening, which is the next phase of the recruitment. So if you are new here, welcome, and I will appreciate if you click on the subscribe button, like, and if you have any question concerning Nigeria Customs Service recruitment, you can drop that at the comment section. I will be giving answers to that and we can relate to to it. So in this video, I will be sharing with you how you can score higher marks in Nigeria Customs Service computer-based test. But I want to say this, that this video is mainly for those who have applied for Nigeria Customs Service job, those who applied to the recent recruitment that they closed the portal. So this is mainly for them. If you have not applied, you can only listen to it, but it's only majorly for people who have applied. That one is there. So I will be sharing some informations with you, and before we delve into that, I want to share some things with you that will save you stress, because some people have been asking, they said the Nigeria Customs Service job is Nigeria Customs Service recruitment test is difficult, is complex, and all sorts. No, I'll be sharing information that will help you. And one of it, now let's go into that, is Nigeria Customs Service hardly repeat questions, because they are now using computer-based tests for their applicants. So that tells you that they hardly repeat questions. They do not repeat questions. Of course, they have the areas of their concentration, which I will be sharing with you, so you can know where you can read if you want to study, if you want to refresh your brain. I will be sharing that with you so you can relate yourself with that. So they have their areas of concentrations. And the second thing I will be sharing with you is that all level we do the same exam. In other words, from console 3 to console 10, they will be doing the same test. That tells us that is telling us that their exam is very simple, because we have some people, they've graduated, and those people, if you give them like difficult or complex exam, they can easily get it. And what of those who have not graduated? That tells you that they set elementary questions just to test your knowledge of many things and basic things. So they do the same exam. It's not that console 10 will do different exam and they will now give simple questions to console 3. No, they do the same exam. They are given the same exam. And I want to also share with you that it is always 100 questions and you'll be given an hour to solve it. It is 100 questions and you will be given an hour. So there are areas of concentrations. Number one, they set question on mathematics, they set question on English, they set question on general paper or general knowledge. In other words, they set questions, very few questions on current affairs, and also logical reasonings. So, and this logical reasoning is just to test your ability to pay attention to details and to differentiate things. So they also do that. So that's basically 5 major areas of their concentrations. So I've said earlier, NCS do not repeat question. I'm emphasizing on this so you can know, because there are some people online now, they are sending past questions. They said, come and pay 2,005, come and pay 2,000, come and pay 1,005. All those things will not matter. It's irrelevant. It won't help you, because Nigeria Customs Service will never repeat their questions. Even when they were doing paper-based test, they never repeated their questions, so they won't do that this time around. So do not buy any question paper that won't help you, and do not don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure, because their question is always very simple, which I will also be sharing with you. Their questions are very, very simple. They don't set any difficult or complex questions. And also in the next video, just make sure you click on the notification button, subscribe and like. And if you have any question, I'll be sharing with us in the next video how to know. Maybe you are qualified, even if you've if you have a very good score, because some applicant they think, okay, they've selected a particular numbers of applicants in my local government. Even if they call me now, do I still have chances of being called? There I will be giving you the statistics of people that have been called, some statistics of people that have been that documented, statistics of people that went to camp, because later there were some that they later sent back due to one reason or the other. So if you subscribe and click on the notification bell, you know when I drop the video. This I will be sharing with you. So without wasting much of our time, I will be sharing with you now. First, let's start with mathematics. Mathematics. So before we go to the questions, different questions that I have here, to show you that they only concentrate on some particular areas, just to test your knowledge on these simple calculations. Many people do ask that, okay, will they allow us to bring calculator inside the exam hall? Will they even allow us to use calculator at all? Just relax your mind. Of course, they will not allow you to bring calculator inside exam hall because of obvious reasons. And also, if you cannot use calculator, if you cannot bring calculator, sorry, you can use the calculator on computer system, which is only meant to do simple calculations. It cannot solve anything like maybe integration or other stuff like that. No, it can only solve simple questions, and that shows that their questions will be simple. The areas of their concentration in mathematics are questions you can literally solve without using calculator. So let's go there. I'm very fast, so we will not waste our time. Number one area that Nigeria Customs Service do focus their question is probability. And if you understand probability, well, you know that you do not need calculator, you do not need to use calculator. It's just it's just a question that you can solve with just reasoning, and if you are smart. So this question number one now, they say, what is the probability of having an odd number in a single toss of a die, or of a fair die? Of course, you know that when you toss a die once, you can only have a answer 1/6, and how many odd numbers are there? So these are simple questions. You do not need any calculator, you do not need any calculation. So you just pick your answer. And of course, you know, I told you the other time that you'll be having only 1 hour for all the questions, and you can spend literally 45 seconds on a question and just move to another question, so it will give you an advantage of time. If you check question 2 also, you discover that it's question of probability. If you check question 3, they give you a figure of scores of a student, and they now use the table to ask a question. That's number 4. They now said, if a student is choosing at random from the group, what is the probability that is scored at least 6 marks? You see, you do not need any calculator here. We do not need to solve all these questions because they are simple. And if you don't know how to solve probability questions, you can just refresh your brain or pick up textbook and start reading around that subject. Another areas they always set their question is set and statistics. These are questions that you literally do not need any calculator. You do not need it if you are smart enough. Let's check number 8. Okay, this is number 9 and 10. If you see this question is set and statistics question, if you understand statistics very well, this is question of statistics. And the only secret there is that this P, they said P into bracket X N Y is what? And if they give the value of P, they give the value of Y. They give the value of P with X, they give the value of P in Y. So when you see N in this question 9 is multiplication. When in question 10, when you see U is addition. That's set and statistics. It's just simple calculation. If you can do that directly, you get your score. Another area that Nigeria Customs Service focus their question on is ratio. Simple ratio calculation. Let's check question number 14. The question says, Uche and Chidi share a sum of money on ratio MN. If Chidi's share was 4,200, what was Uche's share? You see, these are simple secondary school questions, and every console is going to attend to this. So one thing I want to say is that many people focus more on difficult questions, how they are going, disturbing themselves, and at the end of the day they bring out all these simple elementary questions. They will not be able to attend to it, not because they do not really know it, but perhaps they might have forgotten. So you just need to refresh your brain on that. So ratio, we expect questions on ratio. If you check question 17, question 18, question 20, 21, they are all question of ratio. And also another area where they set calculations, most especially that you expect, is percentage. They ask questions in percentage, question of percentage. If you check question 31, they said the price of a liter of petrol is increased from 30 to 39. What is the percentage increase in the cost of a liter of petrol? So these are simple calculations. And if you know, okay, the PRT calculation that you can use to solve percentage, you can use to solve simple interest. These are simple formula you can get together. If you are forgotten, you can just refresh your brain, get a textbook and refresh your brain, because definitely you should be expecting percentage calculation. We also see check question 32 is also a percentage question. If you check question 34, is also a percentage question. So you can refresh your brain on that. Another area where they also focuses their attention to is simple interest. You see, all these questions, they are not difficult questions, they are not matrix, they are not integrations. You do not need to do anything much. So simple interest 39, it says if the simple interest of 2,000 after 9 months is 6, at what rate per annum is the interest charged? So you see, if you do not understand this, please go back to textbook, check. You can have your younger ones that have textbook on simple interest. Just refresh your brain randomly if you are called, so you can have a chances of scoring higher score. You know, as I've said earlier, the higher your score, the higher your chances of being called for the next phase of the recruitment. Also, the another area where Nigeria Customs Service said their question is main media mode. These are simple things, main media mode, and also they set on simple fractions, simple and compound fractions. So those are areas. Let me share with you another question to confirm all what I've said, that they have their areas of concentration. This is an online question which I searched online. At the end of the day, this one said he wants to sell, as stated here, in a sample of Nigeria Customs recruitment past questions. So number one, you can see that it is question of probability. Number two is question of probability and all that. So these are areas of their concentration. So let me go to another question to confirm all what I'm saying. If you check this is another question. If you check question 28, you see it's a question of simple interest. If you check question 30, it's a question of percentage. If you check question 29 is a question of percentage. If you check question 30, is just your knowledge of writing well. The sum of 31,004 and 17,009. So these are simple questions. You see that it doesn't require any calculator. It doesn't require any simple any complex or difficult formula you need to cram. You don't need to cram. All you need to do is just calm yourself, be relaxed, and put your mind to it. Refresh your brain on probability set and statistics, ratio, percentage, simple interest, media mode, fraction. They also ask questions on qualitative analysis, and range. Let me see if I can get a question here. Qualitative analysis, where they give you a table, or they give you a figure. Okay, 2 students pass 3 exam, 4 students pass 5 exam, English and mathematics, how many of them now pass English? Questions like that. Those are qualitative analysis that you just need to reason and be smart to get the right answer. Okay, question 27 here. Let me check if it's quantitative analysis question. 3 men, Bedu, Bakari, and Kofi share 500 in ratio 3. Okay, this is ratio question. Let me go to other question. Maybe I can get the question there. but it's a very simple. Okay, now question 27 here says if height if 8.5 tons of sugar is sold in bags of 5 kg, how many bags are there to sell? So these are simple questions. They also ask questions on range. So just refresh your brain on simple interest, probability, set, statistics, ratio, percentage, simple interest, mini, median, mode, fractions, quantitative analysis, and range. And the reason you have to brush your brain on this is because you will likely have to have 20 questions, 20 or 25 marks. So these are questions. The total sum of the question will be from all these simple things. So you have to refresh your brain there if you've forgotten some. If you can get all this, you will discover at the end of the day, out of 25 questions, you are scoring 23, 22, and all together like that, you are at advantage already. So that's area of their concentration in mathematics. So let's go to next one. So the second area where we all know that they test the knowledge of applicants is English language. It is English language, and I can almost say 95% sure that they have their areas of concentrations, constant K, which they will not change. Of course, they will change the questions, but it's still the same areas that they will still ask their question. And one of the areas they asked, and I think they included new thing in their question, which they normally do not include before. Those people who did NCS exam in 2020, you will remember now that a passage was included, which they later put some questions beneath to answer the passage. So they will include passage. A passage will be there, and it's going to be a very simple passage, and they will give you maybe like 4 or 5 questions. But I want to tell you that in this English question, you will have almost like 25 questions. If it's not up to that, you have to 25 questions there for sure, because this is area that carries most of the questions. So in this English language, the areas where they test your knowledge is synonyms. After you've read passage, they'll give you synonyms, which is nearest in meaning. They'll give you antonyms, which is opposite in meaning. They will give you fill in the gap just to test your knowledge of usage of words in English language. They test the right usage of verb, past tense, past participle, how you use adjectives and the likes. They will also test you on consonant sound. They will also test you on correct spellings. So these are very simple questions that they will ask, or they will test your knowledge. Of course, none of these questions do you need to cram any words. Of course, they will not give you the same word they said even last year, so you do not need to cram anything, but just make sure that you update yourself, get a new words, relate yourself to new things. So, and also make sure that you have because the age of shorting words, some people tend to forget the right spellings of word. These are simple things that they will ask from you. So let's check this one. Now you can see that from here, the first question in English language here was the word nearest in meaning, so which is synonyms. If you see them, we also have antonyms there. If you check question 15, it's fill in the gap question, which is just to test your right usage of verbs, right usage of past tense. When you use the verb had, has, have, when you use the verb, when you have singular verbs, what is the noun that will follow? When a person involved is a singular noun, then the verbs that will follow is singular verbs. When it is plural noun, the verb that you will use is plural verbs. And these are things they want you to know. When you use auxiliary verbs, what are the words that will follow? Is it past participle? Is it a past tense? Is it a present tense or present continuous? So these are simple things that they want to test your knowledge of, and they will definitely test your knowledge of correct spellings of words, So these are areas that they will test your knowledge. So these are simple things about English language. They will give you simple passage. Synonyms is sure, antonyms is sure. You fill in the gap to test your knowledge of right usage of words. You can see a very few consonant sound. They want to consonant sound. They will also want to know if you have correct spellings of words. So these are areas that they do in Nigeria Customs Service English CBT test. The other areas where they ask questions from applicants is also general knowledge, and this area covers a wide range of questions. It could be ICT related, it could be Nigerian questions related, it could be full meaning of words, it will cover biology, physics, or many things like that. So this session is just that it doesn't have much questions like that. That's why I said earlier that the questions are not equal. So in these 5 sessions, some may have 25, some may have 20, some may have less than that. So it decides on their the discretions, how they feel they will set the questions. And in this session, you will see ICT related, which is very, very sure. You will see it. ICT related question, they can tell you that, okay, give the full meaning of ICT. They can tell you any question related to ICT. They can tell you any other areas, maybe biology, physics, or chemistry. But it is simple question that you can be sure of. Like these questions now, they said number 16, a system whereby two women marries more than one man is what? This is not English question, this is general study. In question 17, they said which of these following is never true. In 18, they said which of the following is airborne disease. You can see that this is not English language, this is biology. They said number 19, which of these items does not form part of first aid box. And these are simple questions that they ask in this session. So you just make yourself relax, pay attention to details, pay attention to the question that you have been asked, so you can give the right answer. So make sure that when they ask you full meaning of a question, make sure that you pay attention so you will not select the wrong answer. So they will ask you a general knowledge related question. So that one varies, it depends on them. And they will also ask you current affairs. They will also ask you current affairs, which many a times it is not so much in their question these days because of obvious reason that we do not have stable current affairs. Today ministers might not be there, tomorrow governors today might be removed by court and all that. So we do not really have stable questions from current affairs. So they have very little one, but the one that they ask, or the one they will ask rather, they will make sure that it is one that you can easily get, or is the one that it is well known that has not changed. That one there. And the last one which I want you to pay attention to very well is logical reasoning question. This is very delicate because in this session they just want to, it's like a bonus question which even if it's 15 or 5 questions that comes there, you should score everything. All what they want to know, all they want to test is your ability to paying attention to details, your ability to give attention to questions, to be calm. They want to test your calmness, they want to test your eyesight, they want to test your mental health, they want to test your capacity for the rightness of words. So these are questions that they ask in the question. Those who did 2020 CBT question, you can remember that they give you a picture where you have like 5 or 6 animals, but they put them together and they will now ask you that how many animals are there. And if you do not look at it very well, you can just, okay, this is 2 animals, and not looking at it very well, that this picture really contains 6 to 5 animals depending on how many animals they put there. So you just have to be sure and paying attention to details. So these are simple questions. It is not English, it is not mathematics, but they just want to test your ability to pay attention to details. Of course, this will require, or this will tell them that, okay, this person pays attention to details. So these are simple questions. They will test your ability to differentiate correctly. Even in this session, they will give you pictorial questions. They will test your ability to pay attention to details. They will test your ability to differentiate correctly. So these are areas where you can have, if they give you 15 questions or 10 questions there, you can get all the 10 questions, because it's not English, it's not calculations, it's not current affairs, it's not general knowledge, but these are small or simple questions, pictorial questions, questions that they will test to pay your ability to pay attention to details. And also to all these together, out of the 100 questions, you can be sure that if you pay attention to all this what we've said in this video, you will get at least 80%. That is sure. All this probability mathematics, all this English, all this current affairs, logical reasonings and current affairs, even if you will not score everything, but if you put yourself in an angle that okay, in this, okay, mathematics have 20 questions, I want to score 18 at least, or 15. Current affairs have maybe 5 questions, I want to score 3. Logical reasoning have okay, 20 questions, I want to score 15 at least, and all that, like that. At the end of the day, when you put all this together, you cannot score high mark and they will neglect you. It is not possible. So for you to be even qualified for the next phase of the recruitment, which is screening, you have to have a very high score, which will give you an advantage. So all this together, if you can pay attention, if you can brush and refresh your brain on this, I can be very sure that you have over 80% in the next Nigeria Customs Service recruitment. Oh, thank you for joining me and going through all this from the beginning. I will encourage you that if you have anybody that applied to Nigeria Customs Service that needs to watch this video, kindly send it to them, so it will help them prepare better for the questions if they are selected, and it will help them to prepare themselves for the question that they will meet either calculation or not. So I appreciate you for watching, and if you've not subscribed at this moment, I will appreciate if you subscribe. Click the like button. If you have any question concerning Nigeria Customs Service recruitment questions, you can recruitment questions, you can drop your comment. And disclaimer here, I am not helping anyone to get a job. I'm not an agent for people to get job. I'm only putting it together to help applicants to get questions or to get right areas where customs service set their question. I'm not helping anybody. I'm not an agent. I do not collect money from anybody. I put this together because of people who are asking questions about questions that Nigeria Customs Service asks their applicants. I'm doing this freely. I'm not asking anybody for money. I'm not asking anybody to send me DM. You can watch, share with people who are applied to Nigeria Customs Service, and I wish everyone a best of luck in the forthcoming exam. Wish you best of luck, and God will be with you. So you can share with anyone that you know that applied for the job and need some guidelines, or if you have any other related question also, you can drop it in the comment section. Thank you very much for joining me, and I appreciate you. Thank you. And till we meet next time, which I told you, I promised that I will be dropping a video, which I've said in the beginning of the this video. I'll be dropping that one, which is very essential. And I think that is all. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and best of luck. Thank you.